Today, we're going to answer 3 of the saddest questions that I see regularly about tea. Stay tuned. What's good, tea people? This is Denny from TDB bringing you guys InBetweenIsode number 24. And for today's InBetweenIsode, we're going to answer 3 of the saddest questions that I hear commonly about tea. And when we do that, we are going to grandpa style this matcha pure brick here. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe it'll show up in camera or not, I don't know. We're doing that because I'm sick, guys, and I'm feeling pretty nasty. And I thought I would bring some random questions to the table today. These are questions that I don't think the average tea person in our community, people who watch TDB, might think. Honestly, I'm not just saying that. But I do hear it often, especially, for instance, when we went to the Northwest Tea Festival to present. We heard some, I'm going to call you guys out. It's you 70, 60-year-old ladies who think you're, Fountain of Youth style, trying to make up for your mistakes in life, and now you're trying to get back that sweet skin. And the fact of the matter is that when you're old, and tea's not going to fix that. So, so right now I'm literally just crumpling up some of this cake. There's a bunch of sediment, and I'm actually not going to use the sediment because it's going to overbrew. So we're going to use, when we do grandpa style, and I know it's grandpa style, it's supposed to be lazy, but we're going to use bigger chunks. Cup, water, tea. Doesn't need to be wildly complicated, folks. Do you rinse this? I didn't rinse it, guys. I'm probably going to die quicker. Okay, so we'll start with one question that I think folks genuinely, I think it's one of the most benign questions of them all. And it's, does tea have cancer-fighting properties? And the truth of it is that ECGC is an antioxidant chemical, and it's found abundantly in tea. And so all antioxidants are going to absorb or prevent oxidative damage by binding to free radical particles within your body. Those free radicals kind of shoot through your body and can cause oxidative damage or oxidative stress to your body, which can lead to genetic mutations in your cells, which can lead to cancer. Okay, so that's the basic biology of it, at least from my understanding, and I'm no scientist or doctor. So ECGC is an antioxidant, and to that degree, ECGC can help, like all antioxidants can help to prevent cancers of various sorts. I think the main reason that tea and incorporating tea in your diet is going to help is that it's a healthy thing to do. It's a lifestyle-related thing to do. It's a thing about, it's a habit about reducing your stress, which will have a positive net impact on your longevity and health as well. When, would it be appropriate for you, if you just found out that you have breast cancer, or you have prostate cancer, to just start drinking as much green tea as possible? Absolutely not. You have cancer. It's not going to cure cancer. You need to speak to a medical doctor about your issue and your concern, and you need to think of a strategy with them based on real tests to figure it out. So, is tea going to help me never get cancer, help me cure my cancer? The answer is blip, no. It's a good, healthy addition to your lifestyle. There's no doubt about that. And ECGC might have a additive effect overall to your healthy lifestyle. But it's not going to be, if you live like a complete schmo and then you suddenly decide that you're going to drink green tea for 10 days, you're not going to restore your health completely. Number 2. Will tea keep me up at night? So this is where tea snobs get a little bit elitist and we say, well, there's the difference between tea and herbal beverages. So if you're drinking a chamomile herbal beverage, then you'll be fine. It's chamomile. It doesn't have any caffeine in it. What about, I don't know, if you want to throw some rooibos. It doesn't have any caffeine in it, I don't think, actually. So go ahead and drink that. But tea, actual Camellia sinensis, has caffeine in it. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, it could keep you up at night. Just like any caffeinated beverage or caffeine pills could do. There's some misunderstanding about the half-life of caffeine. It can keep people up longer, not because of the caffeine, but because of the effect overall on your adrenal system. So if you use too much caffeine, it's going to affect your adrenal hormones in your body, which could have a negative impact. But caffeine itself, the actual chemical, shouldn't have that long of a lasting effect. For me, my advice is that I try not to drink caffeine after 6, and I try not to drink coffee after 11 a.m. So I usually just have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and then fill my day in with tea recreationally, more or less. And I guess that coffee could be more of a supplementation than anything else. So will tea keep me up at night? It just depends on you, but it's going to keep you up more than a glass of water would, for sure. So keep that in mind. But it's not a non-caffeinated beverage. And it's not like it's just this tea or that tea. Caffeine levels in tea are largely affected mostly from the actual tea plant itself, and much less from the processing, which has no real negative net impact on the caffeine content in the tea. Caffeine itself doesn't degrade, until I think 600 degrees Fahrenheit, I think is what I did with the research that I looked into. So the same thing is true with coffee as well. The roast and the style of preparation for tea is going to have very little negative impact. Same thing with coffee. Okay, so the final question that I hear that is really frustrating to hear, and I'm not doing any tasting notes on this because I can't taste anything right now, guys. I get this kind of like sinus infection-y springtime thing that happens that kind of like can either turn into just like a really rough sinus cold, or it can kind of just like become a cold. And so today was rough. I'm going to take a sip of this though. So, cheers. It's light. You could use it to rinse. The final question. Will tea help me lose weight? So, in the purest of senses, yes. But so will starvation. Is tea going to be the cause, the primary mover, the primary cause for radical change in my physiology, my physique, my lifestyle, and how I interact with the world, my habits, my happiness? Is anything going to do that for me? Is it going to be tea? Is it going to be this weird new pill I found on late night, while surfing the web or whatever? The answer is no. Living a healthy lifestyle is about a multiplicity of factors, including even having great friendships and relationships, but definitely not just tea. It's definitely not going to be just tea that's going to make you become a healthy person, that's going to shed a pound a week or whatever. The biggest thing that I think folks who want to lose weight should do is to learn about and investigate a series of different diets. Read 5 books about diets and about physiology and about your metabolism, and get a general layman's understanding of of your metabolism and of what carbohydrates do to your body and versus fats versus protein. And then based on what you feel you'd be most compliant with in terms of switching your lifestyle up. Okay, so this is about long-term decision making, not short-term fixation. Then you'll be able to slowly and incrementally add lifestyle changes to your, diet changes to your lifestyle that are going to help you naturally lose weight over time. And a healthy way to do it would be about a pound a week, maybe 2 pounds for folks who are a little bigger. So if you are falling in that overweight to obese range, I think 2 pounds a week is a healthy amount to lose. And for folks who are probably maybe just want to lose a little bit of weight, 5 or 10 pounds for summertime, a pound a week would be a solid goal for you. If you're a woman, a little bit less. If you're a man, maybe a little bit more. And again, tea is not going to be the cure-all in your life, folks. I put it in the category, I was thinking about this before I did this video, I put it in the category of like movies or museums or going to music shows. For me, it's an experience of the aesthetic. It's not about, am I going to, grow 5 inches, increase my biceps by, 100 and suddenly speak Italian. It's not gonna change my world in that way. It's a food in liquid form. So don't go crazy about it. If you're thinking in those black and white terms about health stuff in general, you need to have a dramatic paradigmatic shift. Health is a long-term incremental thing. The reason that you're probably in bad health is because of the years of bad decisions that you've made overall. And everyone can always be better, everyone can always be a little bit worse, so don't beat yourself about either case. But if you do want to make a change and you need to get serious about it, and you need to stop thinking in such myopic terms. So I think that tea isn't going to be the answer. I think doing some research, trying a bunch of different stuff, and sticking to it is going to be the answer. So that's been 3 questions about cancer, caffeine, and weight loss about tea. This has been a kind of a sprawling, little weird one, more of a rant about health for me, as I'm sick and enjoying my cup of puer here. Wish me well in the comments, guys. I slept all day. I just don't feel great. So this has been Denny for InBetweenIsode 24. If you guys enjoyed this, crazy, but thank you. Check us out for more InBetweenIsodes on tdb.org. We also do weekly videos, James and I, where we review a tea and really speak more to the flavor notes, the tasting profile, all those things. So check those out as well. Subscribe down below there, I think. And until next time, guys, cheers.